Hi guys, it's ODA here and welcome back to another video. So in bushcraft, I think there's a lot of different outdoor skills that I think is vital to know. Things like shelter building, fire making, navigation, all that I think is great to learn. But there's another skill that I think is amazing to learn when you're out in the woods, and that is rope skills. Being able to learn about pioneering and lashing, and most importantly in my opinion, knots. Learning how to tie knots can help you with hunting, fishing and all different types of bushcraft and outdoor skills and activities. Knots are great for. So right here I've got a kit that is intended to help you learn knots, and in fact most rope skills in general. And yeah, today's video is going to be all about this kit. So as I said earlier, this kit that I've got is basically a rope skills and knot tying kit, which I've got just recently to help me learn more about knots. And yeah, it's intended to show you about knots. So firstly, I'll talk about the company. This is made by the Denkit company, the Denkit Co. I don't know how well you can read that on camera, but yeah, the Denkit company is a company that sells all kinds of den kits and outdoor kits. For instance, this knot kits, they sell shelter kits, all that to help you outdoors. So let's have a look at the kit. Firstly, I love the bag it comes in. As I've shown on this channel before, I love pouches and bags, and so I think this pouch is amazing. It's a nice cotton one and looks really outdoorsy. Bit of twine to tie the two bits together. I think that's brilliant as well. It's really outdoorsy. And you have some things inside. You have a piece of green cordage, piece of yellow cordage, and then obviously there's the bag, and then you have this knot skills thing, little piece of card that tells you all about why learning knots is really important. And yes, it is really important. Then it also gives you some knots to learn, so we'll take a look at that in a bit, because a good knot kit should come with good knots, and it's no use if this is full of knots that are useless and no use to learn. So I'll see in a bit whether I think those knots are useful to learn. But let's now talk about the cordage. So you get 2 hanks of 1 meter long cordage. You get a yellow colour, a yellow and light red colour, then a green colour. The green colour is good because it looks outdoorsy. The yellow colour is good because it stands out if you drop it on the forest floor. Both have got ends which are burnt, which I think is brilliant as it stops them fraying. That makes good cordage, and yeah, they just feel like really good pieces of rope or cordage. Not obviously not really weight durable. These can't really be used for climbing or anything. They won't hold your weight. However, yeah, really good pieces of cordage that feel great and are really easy to tie a knot with. I'll just tie a reef knot there. Got a full video on that in case you're wondering. Yeah, just feel really good and really tight. So now let's get on to the booklet. So as I said earlier, a good knot tie-in kit comes with a good array of knots. It's no use them being full of useless knots that take ages or with terrible instructions. So we'll get onto the knots in a bit, but firstly, it's a good piece of card used, and then all it says, I'll leave that up there for you to read in your own time if you can see that. But it basically just talks about why knots are really important for things like an angler, a sailor, climber, a scout, or all that. It's important for den building, first aid, all that good stuff. So let's get into these knots, because in total there are 6, and so we'll see whether they're useful or not. So the first knot is a reef knot or square knot. It just talks about, this is the knot that I showed in the start of this video and I've got a full video on. So as it says what, and it says all about what the knot is, and it says how, left over right, then right over left. I've got to say that description of how to tie it could be improved, but it's still good. And then I love how it gives an example of where the knot's used. So that's number 1. I think that's a very vital knot to know for connecting 2 pieces of cordage and all that. Round turn and 2 half hitches. I think this is good. The description's a bit better, and I love once again how it comes with an example use. That's number 2. Number 3, a bowline knot. So same, what, how, and example. And yeah, that sounds very good description. Another good knot to know. Taut line hitch. This is one. Obviously, I've not heard of all these knots, to be totally honest. I'm not great at knots myself, and I'm not saying that I am. But taut line hitch is one that I've showed before in my den building video. Our challenge where we tried to build a den in 30 minutes. And yeah, I think it's an amazing knot. It gives a description, and yeah, I think that's great to make. Like, it's also known as a guy line hitch. Clove hitch, obviously the nice traditional clove hitch, important not to know. And then the timber hitch. Yep, that looks to be a very good knot to know. So in total, I think they're really good knots, really useful. It's not like useless ones that you'll never use, but I think the ones that are most important are reef knot, maybe a bowline, taut line, and then clove hitch. I've not really heard of the timber hitch before, but yeah, really good knots. Obviously, it's no use if these are useless. So, just to recap, booklet with some really useful knots to learn in, a bit of information about why knot tying is so important, 2 really good 1 meter lengths of cordage, and then a bag that looks super outdoorsy and looks amazing with their motto, the Den Kit Co.'s motto, which is made for adventure, which I think is brilliant. So that's the kit in total. It costs £7.50, which you might think is quite expensive for a kit, considering all you get is cordage and some knots. But don't forget, this bag itself can be quite expensive, and I think it is worth it since it all feels really good and that it will last a while and be used for great adventures, as their motto says. So yeah, that's kit, and I think it's great. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed taking a close look into this knot tying kit. I think it's brilliant. The Den Kit Co's an amazing company. I'll leave some of their socials and their website and YouTube and whatever I can find about them down in the description. I've also got their den building kits. That's the haversack that you see me use a lot on these videos, and I want to make a video on that because that's brilliant as well. And they've also got some more kits that are brilliant for kids getting into the outdoors, which I think's brilliant. So yeah, that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing it, and please go out and learn some knot tying, some knots, and some more rope skills, and maybe even invest in this kit to help you with those knots. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.